He's trying to change the world, and I support it because I think a lot of things need to be changed around here.
What's up, guys? This is Natalie Carey with Red Liberty Media. We're here in Orange County to find out what people think about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Let's get started. Have you heard the news about Elon Musk buying Twitter for $44 billion?
I have, definitely, yes.
Have you guys heard the news about Elon Musk buying Twitter?
Absolutely.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
You have?
Or, yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
Just a little.
I haven't, no.
Yes, I have. Oh, well, now I know.
How do you feel about Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I don't know, man. Is there anything better you can do with $44 billion? You know, that's about it, really.
Elon Musk recently bought Twitter for about $44 billion. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is I wish I had that much money. I would buy Twitter myself.
I feel like, does he even need to buy Twitter? Like, he already has enough money, right?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think it's kind of dumb.
What do you think about him buying it?
We love the idea. We love Elon Musk. We are investors, Tesla supporters, Elon Musk, 100% to the moon.
What do you think about him buying Twitter?
I don't have much an opinion except if I had the money, I'd be buying Twitter as well. That seems pretty cool to me.
I just feel like he's going to buy a lot of other social media stuff now because now he has a lot of money.
I feel like he doesn't need to own the world, but he can slay, I guess.
He did say that he was going to use that money to end world hunger, and someone did tell him, well, do it. So it's actually kind of funny to me he really didn't use that money to end world hunger, but I digress. Still cool. That could still be his, you know what I mean? It's cool that he owns Twitter.
So a lot of people are actually upset about it. They're saying, why should a billionaire be able to come in and just buy Twitter?
Yeah.
Can you empathize with those people at all, or do you think,
I don't really know much about like the political side of it, but all I know is that like money talks at the end of the day. So if you have money, the world kind of works with the green.
Why do you think some people don't support Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I think because they don't understand what he's about, and I think that they want to keep things the same way. They want to kind of keep things to where they're not really telling the truth. So, I censorship. I think that's what it is.
Haters are always going to hate, Elon. You do you. We support you.
Why do you think some people are upset about it? Because some people are really upset about it.
Because I'm assuming that people think that now the whole animosity about it is going to be controlled by one person. You know, so now he can say and do whatever he wants, and there's no restriction towards it. It seems more biased now. That's what I would assume.
Do you know why Elon Musk bought Twitter? Why he says he bought Twitter?
He's a meme, right? I think he did it just for the jokes. I don't know. I can't imagine that it was like something to do with censorship, or that's about it, really. That's just my thoughts. I don't know definitively why he did it, but that's about it, really.
So what Elon says is he is a free speech absolutist, and there has been a lot of censorship of conservatives and people who lean right in general across all social media platforms. And Twitter is kind of the meeting place for a lot of very important and powerful people and journalists, even though it doesn't have a lot of growth prospects and there's not actually as many users on Twitter as, say, Facebook or Instagram. It is where a lot of journalists meet and people meet to discuss really important ideas. And he saw that there was a lot of censorship going on, and also a lot of people getting their accounts suspended and banned, specifically conservatives. And he saw that there was a problem with that, and so he decided to do something about it. Specifically, what happened was the Babylon Bee, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're a right-leaning satire company. They make satire jokes, and they said some things that were taken as offensive, but they were just jokes, and they didn't incite violence or anything like that. Basically, they did the equivalent of saying men can't be women and women can't be men, and they got kicked off of Twitter. And Elon called them up because he knows those guys, and he said, did this really happen? And they were like, yes, we have basically been kicked off of Twitter until we take that tweet down, but we don't want to kneel down to these authoritarian Twitter leaders, so we're not going to do it. And that was, I think, the straw that broke the camel's back. And he said, this isn't right. For a democracy to thrive, we need free speech, and speech needs to be protected. Everybody needs to be able to say what they believe, and their ideas and thoughts should be protected. Does that change your mind at all about the importance of this?
You know, if he's able to do good with it and he's able to reduce the amount of censorship that exists within politics, especially on social media, then that is a good thing in my opinion. I just think maybe in general, sometimes I think he could do a better job of, he is kind-hearted and he does have good intentions. Maybe he could do a better job of at least just expressing that, as opposed to maybe some of the jokes he does to try to appeal to people maybe online. But in this case, if he does, now that you mention it, honestly, if it's all like a censorship thing and he's trying to just break those barriers, that's awesome. That's actually really cool.
I think that's nice because he like took the responsibility into his own hands.
Yeah, that's like great for him, because I think like everyone should have a voice. I think that's why it's called like democracy or whatever. Like that's the kind of the point. I'm learning about that in school. Like everyone should have a voice, and that's like why people like it, I guess.
I just think that you should explain to someone instead of it being like you're not allowed to say that at all, because then it's like, why? Like that, like if they're not being reasonable, not telling them why, then that's unfair to them because they're not gaining anything from that. They're just going to keep saying what they're saying.
Wow, that's a great perspective. Yeah, you're saying like they're being unreasonable by saying that something racist or homophobic, but it's also unreasonable to just not even talk to them about what they're saying or explain why that's wrong or try to change their mind.
Yeah, because then they're not going to learn anything from it. They're just going to keep saying hurtful things.
Yeah,
so.
And they might even become more extreme because now they feel like backed into a corner and they feel like they have to defend themselves even more.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you think Elon Musk buying Twitter will change Twitter? How do you think Twitter's going to change?
Because he's changed. This is their American value, no censorship. I mean, freedom of speech. And he's not even American. He can't run for president. But yet he's allowing us to give us our freedom of speech. Thank you, Elon.
How do you think Twitter might change now that Elon Musk owns it?
I'd say, well, here's the thing. It's like I'm not even on Twitter, so I don't have much. I really don't know much about it. But I would say now if there's freedom of speech towards it, then, you know, all these fact checkers and whatnot, now it's going to be easier. Now it's going to be more of an open media, I guess, you know, so that's cool.
You think there'll be more open expression?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Knowing what you just said.
If what I just said is true.
Exactly. If what you just said is true, then yeah, I think it's headed in the right track. Definitely.
How do you think Elon Musk buying Twitter will change Twitter in the future?
I think maybe more people will leave or like come back, and that might make it drop more or like get more popular.
Okay. Like some people who don't like it will leave, and some people who do like it will come to Twitter. Okay, and then it'll just fluctuate. Okay, I got you.
I think there'll be like more fights now, and I think people may like Elon Musk more or hate him more.
Hopefully it becomes a better space. Hopefully now people conversate more and kind of show each other like what is right and what is wrong, and change people's opinions for the better instead of the worst.
Well, that wraps up our time in Orange County. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good one. Make sure you like and subscribe to Red Liberty Media for more content. See you next time.
This thing working?
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?